Alright, how you guys doing today? Hey, I'm here with my man, Tadeh, and we're gonna kill it in the gym today. Hey everybody, so I'm here with Tadeh, like I said before, and this is my homie here.
How's it going, man?
Alright,
nice
so
to be here.
we're gonna kill this workout today, right?
Sure, man. Yep.
Alright, we'll tell everybody here kind of just a little bit about yourself so they kind of know who you are.
Okay, so yeah, my name is Tadeh. I'm 24 right now. Growing up, I was like a typical kid, just go up into sports. I was always active, skinny kid, always playing soccer, and then that was my thing here. And then, going through high school, I actually didn't know what I was gonna do for a living, and but I always wanted to play soccer, go pro with that, but it never happened. I played some college soccer, but it didn't happen, didn't go anywhere. So I still wanted to be active, so that's when I got into weightlifting and kind of bodybuilding, and that's where I found my passion of helping other people achieve their health goals and physical goals. So yeah, man, around 19 when I graduated high school, I decided I'm gonna be a personal trainer. So that's what happened. I want to eventually open up my own studio and train people there. But it's interesting because when you're in high school, you're always thinking of having these fantasies, and but you never know how hard it is to get it off the ground, and also when you get off of, when you leave high school and reality really hits you, so there's different things, responsibilities, school, college coming along. You gotta go to all those, and handle those obstacles. So, but yeah, like when I met you, and we met through a mutual friend, and it was Casey, right? So we partnered up with him for a business opportunity, and I learned a lot from him. We learned a lot, so it kind of changed all my, my mindset and my thinking about the world and the money, finances, what you want to do. So it was through there where I actually, took my personal training business to another level, and because I was actually just like cruising, so I didn't know what I was doing exactly, but there was some principles that were, I learned that really helped me out, and just financially, but also in terms of life and like with my mindset, So, but yeah, and then we parted ways. Right now I'm still training, and I'm gonna go to college now for nutrition. So I really want to be a sports nutritionist. Probably working for, like NBA team or whatever.
Okay.
So so that's my goal, and along the way, I'm ready to help anybody that's willing to put in the work. And that's what I enjoy, and so
people
far.
that put in the work, that's something Casey was just talking about too, is you can't teach coachability, you can't teach ambition. So people that are ready to change their lives. Okay, well, just to kind of bridge this real quick, I know we can come from a similar body type, right? We're around the same height.
Exactly.
Like, what were you in high school?
I was 130, 135.
I was 126,
Wow.
So very close.
Yeah.
You said it was 19, and you decided to
I
get
was
into it?
18, I was, training my friends, but 19 was when I really took it to a professional.
Okay, and you're 24 now?
23 now, turning 24 soon, yeah.
Okay, heck yeah. How much you weigh now?
180, so it's been a long ride, and I showed you some of my pictures,
Right.
So you'll see the visuals, and it'll make more sense,
Heck yeah. So we have some maybe before and after pictures we can throw up on the screen here while we're talking about this. Heck yeah. Well, man, you guys can check out his Instagram too. I know we're going to have these icons popping up for you. And I'm just going to ask you a couple questions, man. So you kind of brushed up a little bit on it. But what is like your why? Like what makes you want to wake up every morning? What makes you want to help other people in the gym? And what makes you want to just keep going?
As you grow up, your why kind of actually, you evolve with your why too, So sometimes, every time, like, I would have some main things that I focus on, but as I, go through my days and I notice other things that I want to achieve. And for example, this one's like a corny one, but you know, the fear of not being average, you know, is an important one. So that's one thing. But another thing is, you know, just being able to have freedom. You know, freedom for me is everything. Living life on my own terms is really what fires me up. You know, just, you know, even in my career, there's a lot of people that are employees at the gym. You know, a lot of people that are, you know, at 24. And I was one of them, just so I could get experience out of it. But I always knew that I wanted to go independent and be a freelancer, just so I don't have anybody telling me what to do, you know? So that's one of the best things about what I chose to do. And yeah, I love it. You know, that aspect, like I would take less money and be like this than go become an employee and have somebody control me. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that it's not my cup of tea, you know? So
100%.
Yeah, so that's one thing. But yeah, and then another thing is, you know, another why would be helping other people, because especially in the gym, you see a lot of people who are the beginners, they're intimidated, you know, scared, they don't know what to do, low on confidence. And I was one of them when I was 15, you know, when I stepped in the gym for the first time, and, you know, I know exactly how that feels. Being so skinny, especially back then, it was tough, man. So that's why I want to help them out. You know, that's my specialty. I love, you know, seeing them progress, evolve, and get that confidence up. You know, as a person. You know, I know physical part is cool, but as a, you know, the mentality part, and, you know, that part of the person grows in the gym too, which really makes this important to me. Like some people might say, oh, it's just a workout. You know?
Right.
A little bit more to that, you know?
The mind and the muscle connect.
Exactly.
So, I guess, what is a lot of things, misconception, that people come into the gym thinking they have to do or don't have to do? Some people, you know, I don't know what the percentage is, I think it was roughly like 6% of people that sign up for a gym membership actually stay throughout the year and get the results that they want. And what is it that you when you come across a trainer, what is it that you have to break the first couple of weeks in a mindset wise to get them to understand that they can do it?
Yeah, so I'll go through some of the misconceptions, and the last one is the most important one. I'll cover that later.
Okay.
At the end. First one is, you know, in terms of physical misconceptions, you know, a lot of people think just getting on the treadmill or the elliptical is enough to get them where they want to be. But unfortunately, a lot of cardio activity, cardiovascular and aerobic activities are bad for you if you do a lot, because what happens is you're burning a lot of calories, and from the other side, your muscles are suffering, right? So we always want to make sure we throw in some resistance or weight training. And the research shows that you actually, if you want to lose weight, if you want to burn fat, you actually get to do that a lot faster if you mix both of those training types together instead of doing one. Okay, so that's one of them. You know, I used to see a lot of people, I still see them. I mean, they just come in here and they get on the treadmill like for an hour or two, you know, and unfortunately nothing happens, you know, so they just get flatter. And the flatness, you know, that you don't want to be flat because you're also losing muscle, you know, that term of being defined or toned comes from building some muscle too, you know? So that's one of the biggest misconceptions. The other one is you don't have to eat, you know, 600 calories a day to lose weight. You know, you can actually eat a good amount of food and still lose weight. It's all about what type of food you eat and what time, you know, so the timing is important. We actually go through that a lot with my clients. First thing we do, you know, we come up with a precise plan, meal plan, and exactly what to eat, what time, how much. And as we go through, this is a trial and error process where we look at how the body responds to the plan, and then we adjust accordingly from there, you know. So it's very interesting, you know. You learn a lot in terms of nutrition, in terms of how your body works, and definitely you see results soon, you know. So and the biggest misconception, like I said, I just want to cover this because this applies to like not only fitness but your whole life, is expecting setbacks and kind of obstacles to come in your way. Because there's no other way that you're gonna succeed without obstacles and setbacks and challenges. So first thing I tell them, you know, when they come in, I tell them it's gonna be hard, you know. It's gonna be days that you wanna quit, you know, and yeah, so I tell them, in the beginning, so I can remind them later on when they're facing a setback. And setbacks could be like going out of town for vacation and coming back, let's say heavier, and they're trying to lose weight, or having injuries, or just having a lot of workload at work and can't make it, and things like that. And I always tell them, you gotta stick to the plan, stick to the script. That's one of my slogans, actually. So gotta push through it. My personal testimonial in that aspect would be last year, actually, 2016. I was 170 in the beginning of the year, and I want to hit 180 by the end of it. 10 pounds of muscle. And what happened was I got sick 6 times that year. So I would get sick, different issues. Like I had a regular flu. I had like a stomach flu. I don't remember what else I had, but I remember counting them 6 times. And so it would usually last like 2 weeks to get better, for me to get better, and then 2 weeks in the gym to recover and get back to where I was.
Wow.
So each sickness, each setback was a month, so 6 of them, 6 months of setbacks,
It's half a year.
Yeah. And I was able to, it's funny because the numbers add up. I was able to put on 5 pounds of muscle, So half the year, I put up I hit my goal halfway, So, but I didn't give up, that's the important thing. The setbacks are gonna keep coming, and it's just like life testing, So you gotta keep going and saying, this is how it's supposed to be, this is natural.
Yep.
So that's what I want to, kind of.
Yeah, man. Gold gets purified by the flames. It's
Exactly.
tested for its malleability in the fire.
Dude,
So, well, heck yeah, man. I was actually gonna ask you what your obstacle was. I mean, that's awesome that you were able to understand what your limitations were, but not let them limit you.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean, and work at it. Another question I can ask you here is, what are some of the weaknesses I guess you saw in yourself, or weaknesses you had that you were able to turn into strengths? What got you to come to the gym in the very beginning?
Okay, so I think that got me. Yeah, that's a good question. When I was 15, I was really, again, like skinny, and I was very, small. I still have a small frame, and so. Hey man, and then what happened is, again, I want to kind of improve my look and my physical look, and I had a few insecurities actually about my look, and one of them was my arms, the side of my elbows, these bones would stick out because I was so skinny, So that was one of the things, and then my rib cage, I think it's genetics, like it's just kind of pushed out a little bit, so you can kind of feel the bones here, and I was very skinny, so again, it was just skin and bone.
Okay.
And those are the 2 things I was very insecure about, and not a lot of people actually know that. And that really pushed me, to get into the gym and work on it like every day, and try to get better and better each day, and I was just laser focused on that. And I think, we talk about whys, setting your whys where it's like emotionally, you can really relate to them, and it's deep enough where it can move you. Mm-hmm. And it's funny, I was just thinking about this last night, I think in the shower. I was like, what a better way than an insecurity, because an insecurity is like the deepest type of emotion you can have, right?
Yeah, it almost propels you.
Exactly, yeah, and what's a better way of linking that to your why, So I think it's very important to say your whys in a manner way where it encourages you and pushes you to do better and more. So that really got me off to working harder, and at an early age, a lot of my friends wouldn't be in the gym at that time, and then 2 years later, I really got to turn that weakness or insecurity to a strength, where like as an overall body, I was a lot advanced, a lot more advanced than, like, let's say my peers or whatever, right? Stronger and more, So
guys, sorry to interrupt.
All right, my man.
Sorry, bro.
Good day, bro.
All right, man. So,
You're able to just turn that weakness into a strength there.
And then that was one of the first things that I accomplished. So, in terms of my physical goals, and after that, it just gave me more energy and motivation to go out there and accomplish more.
Okay.
And So that was one of the best ones. Yeah.
I know there's a lot of people that have these maybe insecurities,
Right.
or they have desires to want to be a certain, weight or a certain physique, or they just want to feel better internally. Maybe they work a lot, or, whatever these reasons or excuses we give ourselves. What would you tell these people, that like want to do it but don't know how to start, don't know where to start?
Yeah. Okay. My first advice would be just decide that you want to start, and don't overthink it. So all that matters is that you actually do want to do it and get somewhere. So the how part wouldn't be, you don't want to overthink about the how part. I would say, like, let's say by yourself, or you want to come see a trainer, whatever it is, just go in there the first day and take it day by day. So that's number one thing I would tell them, because overthinking is what kills it.
Yeah.
When you overthink and say, oh, it's this big journey or big mission where I have to accomplish this big achievements, and it's overwhelming. And just go in there first day, try it out, and then remember this: it takes about 3 weeks to form a new habit, right? So try to go in there every day, day by day, take it a day at a time, and soon enough. The beautiful part about fitness and being active is that, just like a drug, you get addicted to it. But every time clients come in and they're like, man, I don't know if I can do this for example, I tell them, oh, it'll take you 6 months to hit this goal, right? And they'll say, wow, that's a long time. And I tell them, don't worry about that part. You just stay consistent for the first month, and you'll see how easy it's gonna get. So I would suggest, just like I said, day by day, go through it. Try to do it right, okay? If you do it wrong, let's say you work out too much, you don't work out enough, or you're not eating the right things. If you do all that, you will burn yourself out, you won't see results, so that's gonna kind of push you out of the, those habits and trying to discourage you. So that's when you really want to educate yourself, either through a trainer or online or whatever it is, to do it right at least, okay? And the next advice is, don't expect results so quickly, okay? So your body has to adjust. First you have to adopt these new habits, and then your body adjusts. So you have to give it some time. But again, first month, if you do it right, if you go through it, even the first 2 weeks, trust me, you'll get hooked. and you'll just want to go in more and more and more, okay? That's the beautiful part about fitness. Just like a drug, it affects your body. And what's the better thing to be addicted to than stress, So, so I hope that helps,
I'm gonna end it on this last question. Out of all these guys that are out there on social media or part of these different brands, who's your favorite lifter right now?
So one of them is, I don't have actually a few, but one of them is, his name is Tristan Esco. It's just his mentality, I look at their physiques, they're obviously all impressive, but just mentality, actually, with on a side note, we all, some people come to me and they're like, oh, I know what to do, I don't need a trainer, And I always tell them, look, if Mr. Universe or Mr. Olympia needs a trainer, needs a coach,
right,
I think you do too, Yeah. So just like that, I think I do too. I think everybody needs to go, in order to go to the next level, they have to have somebody there who's already been there to push them through. And that way you save a lot of time too, because you don't have to go through trials and errors. So I actually did that. I actually hired that guy that I was talking about, that Tristan Esco, as an online coach, and that's how I got to know him and his philosophy. So that guy,
that's awesome.
Yeah, that guy, the way he operates, his mentality towards the gym and working out is so intense and so, it's just passionate, and I really, connected with that. I was like, wow, that's awesome. He just said, one of the quotes that, like, I remember, he said, if you think you're going hard, go harder.
I love it.
So that guy is pretty dope. His name is, again, Tristan Esco. Shout out to him.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Well, hey, man, I'm glad you were able to come through today, bro.
pleasure,
I'm
man.
excited.
Yes,
This is
sir.
the friend,
Always
guys.
good
This is,
time.
I mean, if you guys are in Burbank, the Valley, Santa Clarita, Northridge,
yeah.
in that kind of area, this is the guy to hit up. Like I said, we'll have his Instagram and stuff up here, but
Yep.
he has Train with T, right? TWT.
Yeah.
When did that start?
Oh, that started back in 2014.
Okay.
Before I actually wanted to train people, I wanted to grow that, and I knew it was gonna be like a way to connect to my, followers or like future clients. So yeah, that's what I started.
Well, guys, Train with T. This guy's the man, and we're actually gonna go work out again. He's gonna go kick my ass again.
Chest and triceps.
Chest and triceps. So you guys have a great day, and until next time,
Yep.
you guys have a good one.